Hello all, Project Wargaming back with an update on a 3D game board here. So I have gone in and cast the resin, put the resin down onto the table, and nice and shiny blue now. So pretty happy with the pour. There are a couple spots where, some of the resin ran up and all this and covered up some of it. But that happens. It's just the way it goes. There's some imperfections, but I am very happy with how the different C zones have played out. So painting them slightly different hues, I think really helps the overall board and playability, particularly down here in this corner. People always get kind of confused by that. And then you can see here too that once I put the resin on it, the board and this color actually kind of came together a little bit more. So this doesn't stand out quite as much, but it's different enough that people know that is not the C zone. So, and then same thing over in these territories here and then up the river. So I need to cast a couple bridges to go here. I have glued most of these pieces down. The only ones that I haven't are the banners, and I have a friend who's going to come and she's got way better handwriting than I do, and so I'll feed them dinner, her and her husband, and she can do the banners for me like she did last time, and then I will coat those, give a nice little cover to them so they don't rub off, because on my last board they actually started to rub off a bit. One other thing I just wanted to highlight was, of course, you see that we have the strongholds, and then we have the keeps, and so of course the strongholds have the little extra tower there in the middle, basically how it looks on the board. Each of these little smaller ones has this little square there. That's actually a magnet that lines up with the bottom, so snaps into place nice and handy, and will work great. That's for the one of the cards that you can get from the Iron Bank. But then these also can be possibly the Pyromancer, and so you can actually burn these down. And so I was thinking about putting smoke on them to show that they had been burned down, but the reality is the card plays out by either the player places a barrel there or a crown, and so I just put magnets on the back of these as well. So I think that'll work pretty good. So happy with how that looks. The other thing that I'm currently doing is casting up out of resin some mountains. So just casting up a bunch of different ones. I used these on my last board. These are the exact same molds that I use. So these I'll use kind of up in the northern zone a little more rocky and craggy. And then these I'm going to use down in the deserty areas, and then over there in Esteros, I'll use these to kind of show just, more mountainous terrain. And then I will, the final touch for that will be to add in some spongy material. That'll be for the trees, basically. So board's getting pretty close to being done. I do need to go in and paint each one of these shields for the individual houses, but everything else is going really well. So I really like how they turned out. I think it all kind of ties together pretty well, but the different colors of blue and the individual spaces and territories, I think, really do stand out. I'm pretty happy with how the ports turned out as well. Painted them and primed them, and got them down to, or washed them, I guess, not primed them. And that turned out pretty well. So anyways, that's the update on the board. We'll talk to you later.